is a channel message about a gift that your future self wants to give to you. And these are insights that came through from a client session, but she gave me permission to share in case it supports you on your journey as well. And I'm going to be saying this over you as though it is your own reading, so it goes into your subconscious at a more expansive level. If you feel drawn to work together, you can find that information in my bio. When I went into your energy field, I saw a cow, but this one was a brown cow, and it reminded me of chocolate milk. And in shamanism, cows are represented by nurturing, motherhood, and then with the brown cow chocolate milk, that playful energy. Now, motherhood doesn't necessarily mean that you are a mom. It's more about carrying that energy towards yourself or reflecting that energy towards yourself. And your future self has some questions, some self-reflection questions that they want you to ask yourself. So you're gonna want to save this video so you can come back to them later. If nourishment felt fun, what would that be for me right now? Where can I replace I should to I get to in how I care for myself? How can I remember that I am the source of nourishment, not just for others, but for the entire field of creation? Now, these questions are very important because your future self would not let me go forward with the channeled messages until I wrote these down to share with you. Your future self said, "Come with me, I want to show you something." So we follow them and they hand you a piece of paper and said, "I want you to fold this into anything that you would like." Kind of like origami, and a crafting table appeared with all type of wrapping paper, almost like it would be the holidays. And you folded it up. I said, "What is it?" And you said, "A gift," almost like a gift box. And I said, "Well, who do you want to give it to?" And you thought, "Myself." I said, "Oh, amazing. We love," because in the past, we might have had a tendency to overextend to others because it makes us feel really good to be of a support, but we need to be filling up our cup, okay, of nourishment. So I was really proud of you, and so as your future self was saying, "This gift is going to be for me." I asked, "What's in the box?" And you said, "It's a surprise." Basically what you meant by that was you were inviting your higher consciousness or your future self to pick what was put into the gift for you to receive. When you opened it, it was a yellow rubber duck, you know, the ones that you could take baths with. I asked, "Why do you think that you received that?" He said, "I'm not sure. Maybe we should go put it in a body of water." Now, water often represents our emotions. They have a charge to them, so this is helping us see them with clarity. So we went to a lake area and there was this big stone bridge that was over it, and so you could kind of see the water pathway going underneath. So we walked over to the river and put the rubber duck in, and then you and I went back up on top of the bridge so we could peer over and watch it floating. Bridges often represent connecting new concepts or building new neural pathways. And I looked at you and said, "Where do you want to go?" And you said, "What do you mean?" I said, "The duck is asking." "Where do you want to go?" I'm getting a telepathic transmission. I said, "He is a wish duck of transportation." Have you ever seen those swans that you can get on, not like actual swans, but they're like swans, and you sit and you kind of pedal your feet and go around the lake? This duck was serving as one of those. You thought about it for a minute and said, "You know what? I actually want to stay right here." I want to enjoy this peaceful scenery. It's really beautiful where we're at. Nice, warm, sunny day. We've got the lake. We've got the nice stone bridge. There's people walking around, beautiful flowers, dragonflies everywhere. And your future self looked at us and say, "You passed." Because peace is what you were seeking all along. Now, this is an indicator of the end of a karmic cycle. Your higher self said a lot of the things that you have been working on in life, your goals, dreams, aspirations, projects, were not born from a place of wanting to experience peace. But the wisdom of your soul knows that this is your natural homeostasis. So a greater message here is, let's look around at what we're doing currently. How can we bathe that in the frequencies of peace, of self-nourishment? Because there could be so many different reasons as to why we're doing things, and those all might be well and good and true and fantastic and fabulous. But what your future self is saying is the ultimate frequency that we are trying to get to is peace, peace in all areas of our life. So if we redirect our energy, attention, and awareness a little bit of how can I bathe whatever I am currently doing or creating in, how is this going to bring me peace? It is going to accelerate the progress that you are making in those areas, because that's where you're trying to get to in the first place. I would love to hear in the comments if any of the symbolism was a synchronicity for you, like the cow, brown cow, chocolate milk, a gift box, the rubber duck, or being at the lake with the stone bridge. And if you would like, share, comment on this video, join our community so this message can get out to more people, I would greatly appreciate it. And I'm wishing you and your inner children an absolutely magical day.